So good afternoon, members, and all who are present here in the chamber, and all that are viewing on our media outlets. Today is session day, first day, second special session, Wednesday, June 29, 2022, at approximately 1:42. And now I'd like to call this session to order. And before we move on to the agenda, I'd like for everyone to stand for a moment of silent prayer. Thank you, members. And just some housekeeping, if everyone can turn their cellular phones to silent mode. Today we have assisting with us the LB staff, our legal counsel. In front of me to my left, Counsel Joe Tyron. Our delegation clerk serving today will be Mr. Thomas Beneventi. We have our IT personnel, Mr. Delbert and Jonathan, and our Sergeant at Arms, Tawai. And we do have our delegation clerk back there, Clerk Joan Kaipat. So with that, clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Adda,
Present.
Representative Ataw,
Present.
Representative Abauta Selina,
Presente.
Representative Abauta Sheila, Representative Komatsu Joel,
Gaya.
Representative Komatsu Vicente,
Present.
Senator De Leon Guerrero,
Here.
Representative Damapan,
Istiga.
Representative Flores,
Present.
Representative Guerrero, Representative Lizon, Magovnia, Representative Probst, Senator Quitugua, Representative Sablan Christina, Representative Sablan John Paul,
Istiga.
Chairman Sablan Vinny,
Gaya.
Representative Staffler,
Present.
Representative Villagomez,
Present.
Representative Yangtamay,
Nangi.
Representative Yumo, Representative Magovnia, Mr. Chairman, 17 members are present, 4 members are absent.
Thank you, clerk. With 17 members present and 4 members absent, we do constitute a quorum. And for the record, please note that Representatives Ralph Yumo, Representatives Christina Sablan, Representative Sheila Babauta, and Senator Husu Kidwa are hereby excused from today's proceedings. And with that, we'd like to move on to item B, reading and approval of the journals. And before we act on any journal, I'd like to appoint for the record, with the absence of our floor leader, Representative Sheila Babauta, that the minority leader of the House, Representative Angel Dimapan, will stand in as today's floor leader for today's proceedings. With that, I recognize the floor leader for approval of the journals.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today we have one journal on the agenda. That is SNILD Journal number 22-11 from the first special session held on Friday, June 3rd, 2022. Mr. Chairman, I move for its adoption.
There's been a motion to adopt SNILD Journal 22-11, and it has been seconded. Discussion on that motion? Ready? All in favor to adopt SNILD Journal number 22-11, please say aye. All who oppose say nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Quick recess for some suspension motions. Okay, we're back from recess, and before we head into public comments, I'd like to recognize the floor leader for some suspension motions so that we may accept some communications that did not make the call. So with that, I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If there's no objection, I'd like to offer a suspension of Rule 6, Section 1, and other pertinent rules to allow us to amend our agenda for the inclusion of communications that came in after the 72-hour window, in particular, Governor's Communication 22-22 and 23, and House Communication number 22-50. So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there's been a motion for the suspension of rules to include communications that did not make the call. It has been seconded. Any discussion on that motion? Ready? Clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Adda,
Yes.
Representative Atto,
Yes.
Representative Abauta Selena,
Hanggan.
Representative Komatsu Joel,
Hanggan.
Representative Komatsu Vicente,
Yes.
Senator De Leon Guerrero,
Yes.
Representative Damapon,
Hungan.
Representative Flores,
Yes.
Representative Guerrero, Representative Lizama,
Yes.
Representative Magofnia,
Hungan.
Representative Probst,
Yes.
Representative Sablan Johnpo,
Hunggan.
Representative Staffler,
Yes.
Representative Villagomez,
Yes.
Representative Yangtamay,
Awar.
Chairman Sablan Vinny.
Hungan.
Mr. Chairman, all 17 members present voted yes.
Thank you, Clerk. With all 17 members voting yes, the motion for the suspension of rules hereby carries. We now head down to item C, public comments, and this is the portion of our proceedings where we allow the public to provide some comments that reflect anything that's on the agenda. So at this time, the podium is open. Please keep your comments to some 5 minutes and state your name for the record if there are any public comments. Being no public comments, we go down to item D, introduction of local bills. Are there any introductions, members? Introduction of local resolutions. Messages from the governor. Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, we have 3 under messages from the governor. Governor's communication numbers 22-21 through 22-23.
Thank you, Clerk. Any discussions under governor's communication? Ready? Let's move on to item G. Messages from the mayors of Saipan and Northern Islands. There are none. Item H, none from reports and communications from head of departments and agencies. Moving on to item I, House Communications. Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, we have 6 under House Communications. House Communication numbers 22-45 through 22-50.
Thank you, Clerk. Any discussions under House Communications? Ready? We move on to J, none under Senate Communications. K, none under Delegation Matters. L, miscellaneous communications. We have none. And now we are under item M, reports of standing committees, and I now recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have one standing committee report, which is 22-21 from your SNILD Standing Committee on Gaming, reporting on House Local Bill 22-28 to amend Saipan Local Law 22-6, Section 101A, to restructure the local license fee imposed on all electronic gaming devices as defined in Title 6, Section 3154A4, located within the 3rd Senatorial District. Your committee recommends that the delegation pass House Local Bill 22-28 in the form of Substitute 1. Mr. Chairman, I move for its adoption.
Okay, there's been a motion for the adoption of Standing Committee Report 22-21, and it has been seconded. Any discussion on that motion? Ready? All in favor to adopt Standing Committee Report 22-21, please say aye. All who oppose say nay. Motion carries. And Standing Committee Report 22-21 in reference to House Local Bill 22-28, Substitute 1, hereby moves to the bill calendar. Moving on, there are none under reports of special conference committees. Under O, none under unfinished business. We have none under our resolution calendar. And at this time, under item Q, the bill calendar, I now recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this time on calendar, we have House Local Bill 22-28 S1 to amend Saipan Local Law 22-6, Section 101A, to restructure the local license fee imposed on all electronic gaming devices as defined in Title 6, Section 3154A4, located within the 3rd Senatorial District. Mr. Chairman, I move for its passage.
Okay, there has been a motion and it has been seconded. And before we move on to the discussions of this House Local Bill, I'd like to take a recess for some said amendments. Okay, we are back in session, and before the recess, we were on the bill calendar. There was a motion for the passage of House Local Bill 22-28 in the form of S1. And we are now in discussions, and at this time, I recognize the chairman of the SNILD Gaming Committee, Representative Edwin Probst.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, colleagues, for this time to discuss this bill. The just for information for our viewers, the SNILD Gaming Committee met on June 15th to discuss this Saipan local law. And the committee worked and produced a substitute bill for that, for which everyone has a copy for. I just want to thank the those who submitted comments for this. I want to thank the honorable mayor of Saipan, David Apateg, the Northern Islands honorable mayor Vicente Santos, Mr. Bart Jackson, general manager for MP Holdings, and our honorable Attorney General Edward Manabusan for the comments submitted. Mr. Chairman, the committee worked together with the Attorney General and also with MP Holdings, and there were agreements that were made, several of which were worked out. And again, you can see it in the standing committee report. But I do, thanks to chairman and members of this body, did realize that there were some changes that had to be made to the substitute. At this point, I'd like to recommend and ask for an amendment to this substitute bill, uh, if that's okay. Can we? Thank you. If I may, if you can look onto the screen above, the amendments that are proposed is in the title. If you read through it, what is underlined, so we would include language that will say to amend Saipan Local Law 22-6, Section 101A to restructure the local license fee imposed on all poker. This is added. Amusement machines located within e-gaming facilities or hotels. So that is underlined, and that will be included for the for to be amended. And then moving on to page 2, from line 7, which is underlined for you to see, we will include language that states on all poker amusement machines located within e-gaming facilities or hotels, electronic gaming machines, or electronic table games as defined in 6 CMC, section 3154-4, and also on such machines and games situated in a hotel pursuant to 6 CMC, section 3156B, within the third senatorial district equal to $2,000 per machine. So I kindly ask and move for these amendments to be adopted.
Thank you, Chairman Probst. Chairman Probst has offered an amendment to House Local Bill 22-28 S1. It has been seconded. Any discussion on the amendment? Recognize the floor leader.
I think this is technical, council. Can you take a look at the line 9? 3154-4 should read 3154A4.
Good catch.
Thank you.
Thank you, floor leader. Okay, so with no objections, all in favor for the motion of Chairman Probst to amend House Local Bill 22-28 S1, please say aye. All who oppose say nay. Motion carries. And now we head into the main question. And at this point, I'd like to recognize the floor leader to restate the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Restating the motion after the adopted amendment to pass House Local Bill 22-28 S1D1 to amend Saipan Local Law 22-6, Section 101A to restructure the local license fee imposed on all electronic gaming devices as defined in Title 6, Section 3154A4, located within the 3rd Senatorial District. This substitute bill has since been retitled, and that was reflected in the amendment, so I'm not going to restate it here because I don't have it. But Mr. Chairman, I move for its passage.
Okay, so there's been a motion to pass House Local Bill 22-28 in the form of D1. It has been seconded. Any further discussions? Ready? Clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Adda,
Yes.
Representative Ato,
Yes.
Representative Babauta Selina,
Hungan.
Representative Komatsu Joel,
Ungan.
Representative Komatsu Vicente,
Yes.
Senator De Leon Guerrero,
Yes.
Representative Demapan,
Hungan.
Representative Flores,
Yes.
Representative Guerrero, Representative Lizama,
Yes.
Representative Magofnia,
Hungan.
Representative Probst,
Yes.
Representative Sablan John Paul,
Ungan.
Representative Staffler,
Hungan.
Representative Villagomez,
Yes.
Representative Yanktamai,
Aware.
Chairman Sablan Vinny.
Hungan.
Mr. Chairman, all 17 members present voted yes.
Thank you, Clerk. With all 17 members voting yes, House Local Bill 22-28 passes the delegation in the form of D1. We move on to item R, miscellaneous business. Any miscellaneous business from the members? Item S, announcements. Any announcements? We move down to the last item on our agenda, item T. And at this time, I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move for adjournment subject to your call.
It's been motion to adjourn today's session. All in favor to adjourn, please say aye. All who oppose, say nay. Motion carries. Our session for today is hereby adjourned. Thank you, members.